Hey, this is just a quick video to show you how I get some polyphonic octave sounds from my Helix LT running 2.91. It's a pretty neat trick, and hopefully it will hold you over till 3.0 drops, whenever that will be. But just going to focus on a couple blocks here. So let's start with what I'm doing to get the octaves. And just a side note, this is not polyphonic pitch shifting, so this won't help you if you're trying to like tune down a half step or do like a drop D or something like that. It's not that. This is just simply octaves. So but here's what I got set up. So interval 1 is set to go up an octave, sensor at 0, delay is at 0. So the level for the higher octave is set at 3.8. And then our lower octave, we're dropping an octave below. Sensor at -1, just for fun. Delay is at 0. And then the level on that one is all the way up at 10. And then here's where part of the trick to making this work is you want to go with I feel like anywhere between like 38% and 42% on the mix is where I get the best results at. So that's what I'm doing for the dual pitch block. Before the dual pitch block, I'm just using an old school Veta Juice compressor. So it's like a Helix, or that's a Line 6 original, and I'm using the amount at 68, and the level is at 0.38. It's just a compressor that I like, so you can switch that out for whatever you like. That's just to kind of get an even guitar signal into the pitch block first off. So then after the pitch block, I've got just a volume pedal set up. Then we split the path with the A-B split, and here's where it gets real cool. So this is like the key to making this sound really good, is a 3-band compressor. And we're using this to basically compress the low and high frequencies to kind of just smooth everything out and make it sound more full. And this helps the high notes from getting away from you and becoming like too shrill, and also evens the low notes out, helps them from just getting too flabby and useless, basically. So I'm not super like technical with this. I just kind of go by ear what is working for me. So you can of course tweak to your own specs, but I've got the ratio set up at 6:1. Attack is at 10 milliseconds. Release is at 1.035. And the low crossover frequency is at 400 hertz. We got high crossover at 3.0 kilohertz. The level, just changed it, is at 3.3. Low threshold's at -50 dB. Low gain is at plus 3.2 dB. Then we got the mid threshold at -35 dB. Mid gain is at 4.0 dB. Then the high threshold is at -60 dB. And the high gain is at 6.8 dB. And then the detector is set to link. So I am just curious as to how drastically different it is from the way it's set up out the gate, the default settings. Okay, so it's pretty close to default settings, just a few minor tweaks here and there. And once you get this set up, if you just bypass this compressor, a couple different times as you're playing, you'll totally hear everything, how it dramatically affects things. And then just to make everything real lush and glorious, using a couple different reverbs at the same time with some delays. But the big focus area right here is how the dual pitch is set up, and these two compressors, with the 3-band being kind of the glue that holds this all together. And I just ended up splitting the paths just to kind of get around this distortion block. I kind of didn't like the way this compressor was affecting the distortion, so that's the reason why you see that path splitting there. The amp I found most useful in getting this sounding good was going with the Grammatico, just on the normal channel. So I've tried it with a few different amps. I haven't gone through the whole list to see what I really like, but I'm happy with the way it sounds with the Grammatico. So I'll do just one more clip on the way out so you can hear more of how this sounds. Peace.